Hey, good evening, guys. Quick video on J-hook pattern. Like I said, I was going to do a little bit more training on this, and so the requirements for the J-hook pattern is it's going to be on the top gainers. Retracement under 50, which you're going to see right here in this area. You have a consolidation and a corrective move in this area right here, which lasts maybe about 30, 45 minutes. And then you have your candlesticks closing above the 9 EMA, and your 9 EMA and candlesticks closing above the 21, and then 9, 21 and candles closing above the 50 with some volume. I have this volume up here, and you can see even right now at this point about six in the morning on a current bar, it's 480%. And so that's what we want to see. We want to see above average volume. And so that's something in the Think or Swim program you could set up. And so then what's going to happen is that it'll come into consolidation, and first thing we're looking for is the breakout of consolidation. And so let's go ahead and get started. We're going to go ahead in 10-minute increments, and we'll kind of just go through it and talk a little bit about it. So it's broken the 50 EMA, right? So now what's happened is it's going to go into consolidation, which is nothing more than a support and resistance area where it's going to go sideways, okay? Because the stocks only can do three things. They can go up, they can go down, and they go sideways. Sometimes they might go a little bit on the angle, but that's okay. It's still a consolidation period. And it will come up and touch support and resistance a couple of times. And as long as it's staying in that box and moving sideways, it's consolidation or a corrective move, right? And so that's all we're looking. Now you can see on this bar, you can see the volume going down, okay? They don't have a lot of volume no more. It went up, but they did have good volume in the morning. And let's see what happens. So now I'm going in 10-minute increments, so I'm skipping the 5-minute candlesticks, right? And so it's light on the volume. So we're getting ready to get into the end of the consolidation. So it's bouncing off of what? The support. Now support's not a line, it's an area. So don't get stuck on, a line or an amount. It's just an area. A doji candle, which is an indecision candle. That's a dragonfly doji. Then you have another doji with the bullish candle. And you can see on this candlestick, right, you see some volume, right? And it's above average. So I have this set up. Anything over 200% is going to turn this light green, and then it'll be dark green anything over 100 to 200. Okay, but you can see this would be your entry period because it's breaking above the 9 EMA. So let's say you got the entry average cost of the stock was 358, so you're in. And so we're going to see that the candlesticks are going to start closing above the 9 EMA, and then also closing above the 21 EMA, and then the 9 EMA is getting ready to cross over. And so this is the area of confluence right here, in that light blue. You see a little pullback on that red one, right? But the volume's good. You see now you got volume. It's 470% on that current bar. That's better than what it usually does on one bar, right? So you can see it went back to green, but it's still over 100%. We want to see it the bright green. That's what we want to see. And so here's an area where it's pulling back, so you could re-enter right there if you wanted to. And it's starting to make that J-hook pattern. That's what you see there. I drew that out right there. Okay. So look how big that volume is. Now it made them other volumes look small, but they were bigger at one time, right? And so you can see there's a lot of volume, right? All right, let's go. You got a bunch of greens on the time and sales. Okay. And so this is where you would be getting out, just because if you, let me remove this right here, because that candlestick right there was an area of resistance. That's why, that would be an area to get out at on this big candlestick. And so let's just say you played it perfect. That's what it would be like, right? You got really, really nice volume, right? You had good volume before. It's 1,690% above average. That's so for that day. And you got to understand, it's not even 9 o'clock and it's above the averages, which there's a lot of volume so far, right? And so you got an area of confluence, right, where it broke out of consolidation. The candles are closing above the 9 EMA. The 9 EMA was closing above the 21, and then the 9 and 21 above the 50. And you can see right here, the candlesticks are closing above the T line, which is the 9 EMA is a trigger line. As long as they're above the T line, we're good, right? The T line is kind of the giveaway. And so now when you see a big gap up like that above the T line, right, that's an area where you think you might be wanting to sell, right? And so let's say you played this thing perfect, right? What would have happened was, if you would have went in with 100 shares, you would have made 54 cents a share. So that's a 54% return. So you would have made $54 on 1,000 shares. You would have made $504, and on 10,000 shares, you would have made $5,400, all before 9 o'clock, right? And so that kind of gives you an idea what can happen on these J hook patterns. And as the market gets better, you'll see more and more of them. And it's might not happen every day, but you don't need it to happen every day. But you're just looking for the J hook pattern. You're looking for these conditions right here. And so hopefully that helps you guys out. If y'all have any questions, I'm gonna do some more. I'm gonna find some more on the J hook, and I'll go ahead and share them with you guys. Y'all have a great evening.